I said free beer if you ask a question.
So at the moment we're waiting for Earl Browning the third, who plays Max. He's on his way here. And that is why Tommy's standing at the door. Being Tommy. Hi! If you have any questions, just ask me now.
Teach a Tom moment there.
Will it all be discussion?
A lot of it will be. We like questions from fans. That's how we got started. Was fans telling us what they wanted out of werewolves. And you go on the paxden.net. That's where it all started. Is blogs about what fans really wanted out of werewolves. And the major thing was werewolves have tails. So our werewolves will have tails. They're not all bad.
I'll go for it coverage.
They're kind of everywhere. I'm, however, evil.
When it's serious,
You personally or your character?
She's wearing a Dalek t-shirt.
I said you personally or your character?
Both.
Okay.
I was typecast.
Ah.
typecast is not anybody else's.
We're not very friendly. I cuss a lot. So is my character.
I enjoy ripping men's hearts out with your power. Chewing on neck meat.
No, but we're finally in production again, which we're really excited about. Finally in production again, so things are going to start moving really, really fast. And yeah. Give me questions! I'm too tired. Seriously. I'm gonna lay down on the stage if you don't start asking me questions.
What percentage?
Percentage of completion right now really is only about 20%.
That's still.
But we have been shooting, we have shots, we were gonna have raw stuff for you, but unfortunately that did not happen.
Rain check?
Rain checks.
Excellent.
Rain checks. So, yeah.
When's it gonna start up again?
Hopefully late summer. Late summer, we've got to get some building, some other stuff done, and then we should start a full-on heavy acting and things like that. And then we're hoping to be out by fall or early winter.
And where will it be available?
It'll be on the web.
Okay.
It'll be on our website, freebornchronicles.com. Right now that's being built. That's Tony. That's Max. I mean Earl.
Hello. Hi guys, how y'all doing?
Good evening.
Are you enjoying A-Kon so far?
Yes.
Great!
They're not a talkative bunch.
They're not a talkative bunch.
I tried.
I'm talking.
How many people are already familiar with Freeborn? Awesome. Sweet. Our premiere for the pilot episode of Freeborn has been set.
Emmerich says what?
I'm kidding.
For September 14th will be the premiere. People that are members of the PAX Den will get to see it 2 days previous. If you're a member of the PAXden.net, they always get the first grab because they actually help put the show together. I'm Anthony Browning, I'm the director-producer. This is Earl Browning. Some of you may have heard of the character Max in the screenplay. If you've read the original screenplay, a lot of people have. The badass werewolf who is pretty much jerk off and everything you love to hate about a werewolf. This is Earl Browning, who is playing the role of Max. And obviously you've heard of Emmerich J before, who's playing Tasha. We do not have McKenna Manis. I believe she might still be parking somewhere in Montana, which is it's like been crazy. trying to get anything going. As a matter of fact, Megan and Eric are not here either. I think they have lost their way of trying to find this area.
Dude, it's right there. No.
I mean, it's the hotel area. So this will be the very, very, very last meeting for Freeborn, where we actually take audience suggestions and comments on werewolves, on what you want to see in a werewolf project, on what you don't want to see in a werewolf project, before we lock down. We already have scripts, we have screenplays. We've been taking, for those that aren't familiar, this project started in 2005. And it started by asking fans of the werewolf genre, what do you want to see in a werewolf movie? Originally it was a feature film. Now it's become a series. We actually have been approached by a couple of distributors who will remain nameless at this particular point in time until such time as the pilot is ready. Okay? But it's very promising. We have our makeup crew in Philadelphia that's currently building werewolf suits.
And they're amazing. We still wear them.
If you've ever heard of the werepups, those utterly realistic looking baby doll werewolves.
They're so cute.
These are the ones, and look it up online, werepups. It's the same people that do those. Doghead Studios. They have come on as our official makeup crew for Freeborn. We actually had some footage. We were going to show some of the raw footage from some of the previous shoots. It has yet to make it here either. So we're missing 4 people and the footage and any other thing you can possibly think of. And this is par for the course for this convention for a lot of panels I've heard so far.
Are we here yet?
Are we here yet? Yes,
Well,
you
we
guys
have
are
the stuff
here.
to show it if you had the video.
Yeah.
Good now.
Yes, but yeah, I can get on and do sock puppets.
Okay.
Sock puppet werewolves,
Sock puppets.
which will be on the DVD. Improv? I've done a little in the past.
I swear to God.
You.
No, I know all of them right here.
Oh. God. So first of all, for a werewolf series, who's a big, huge fan of werewolves? All right. What is your favorite current werewolf series? Pink hair.
Not necessarily a werewolf series, but I do like.
Or werewolf movie?
I've always loved the American Werewolf in London.
American Werewolf in London.
Thank you.
Why?
Why? Well, if I were to be silly, it would be the Nazi werewolf shooting dream sequence, but
Sorry, what was that?
the Nazi werewolf dream sequence thing.
Oh, you really like the movie for the Nazi werewolf dream sequence?
Yeah, I'm a fan of werewolves, but I'm kind of new to it.
A lot of people are new to it. It's been a huge subgenre for a while. Done, in my opinion, very poorly.
Yes. Now, who watches Being Human?
UK, not US.
Thank you.
No, the British version.
I actually happen to like the UK version.
The UK versions of every show is better than the US version.
Yeah, I happen to really like the UK
Cough,
version.
cough, office.
Oddly
cough, cough.
enough, not the premise, because the one thing about Freeborn, the series, The Werewolf Chronicles, is there are no vampires. There's no such thing as vampires. That's fantasy. Werewolves are real. Vampires, someone's happy.
Yeah.
There are no ghosts. There's nothing else. Really, werewolves are the focus here. So we're not going with werewolves versus another supernatural being.
Do you have any other were animals, or is it just wolves?
We have werewolves. If there is anything, let me ask you a question. If there could be another were animal, what would you want to see as a were animal?
Rabbit.
I don't know. There's
Rabbit.
tigers, there's
Were
cats,
tigers,
were panthers.
Rabbit. Just a rabbit. Just a.
were rabbits.
Yeah. Sharp, pointy teeth.
Should we rewrite Tasha's character as really a were rabbit?
I'll be doing my job.
Don't make her job. Yeah.
throw in Monty Python characters while you're at it too.
Yeah. There is a little
Silly
there's,
werewolf walks.
There is a little humor. Silly werewolf walks. There is a little humor in Freeborn. It's a drama. It's not a horror piece. Because one of the things that we want to do is take the werewolf subculture. For instance, there might be werewolves in the audience that came to A-Kon because they happen to be anime fans.
You'll never know.
Why not? Or are you a werewolf?
No, Time Lord.
Huh?
Time Lord.
Oh, you're a Time
Werewolf Time Lord.
But the whole point is that we're really taking it even more into the real world than being human is. Being human still kind of focuses around the vampires and the wars and, you know, that kind of thing. For Freeborn, it very much is werewolves in the real world. And the fact that, what if you've been one for 20 years? What happens to a werewolf after you've been bitten and you've lived with it for 20 years? Now, when we first started associating with the pack, the fans of the project, when they joined on, we wanted to ask them. And here's what happened. They said, well, when you're first bitten, you become a werewolf on the first full moon. No choice. But as time progresses, you kind of becomes part of you. You kind of get used to it. Eventually, you can kind of rule out over the instincts. If you're like werewolf advanced, you can learn to shift on demand. Shift without the moon, but only if you're advanced. So the young werewolves still are dealing with, I got to turn into a wolf on the full moon, you know, pretty much a slave to instinct. What that gives us, it gives us a really broad story. Not all werewolves are the same. If you see one werewolf, you haven't seen them all. Full moon comes up in a room full of werewolves, some of them might shift, and some of them might not, and go, oh my gosh, I got to take care of these people. You know, it adds more of a storyline, more of a drama.
It's kind of like the first time drunks at a party.
Yeah.
That's one of the examples that I used when we were first describing it. And I don't do any kind of illegal drugs. But if you take some of the harder illegal drugs, someone that's brand new to it might, you know, oh my God, it's crazy. But someone who's done it for 20 years, like, hey, free drugs. Ah, yeah. And it depends on the wolf. Depends on the person. A wolf is neither good nor evil. It's instinctual. The human side is good or evil. So are you going to have a monster, horrific beast? Or are you going to have someone that's more of a shamanistic leader kind of a person who knows how to control it really well? And actually doesn't feel bad about humanity. Depends on the person. Alright? If there's a one rule in the Freeborn universe, it is don't bite any because then you wind up with werewolves like her and like him. We're here with the evil ones tonight. We don't have any of the good werewolves with us tonight. We're here with the bad boys.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Not that. I'm not.
No, I'm that bad.
Yeah.
And I'm
You are.
totally
Good and bad is merely a point of view.
And that's one of the elements of the storyline. Is that, you know, are you really still human or are you not?
And there are those within the Freeborn realm that still believe themselves to be human. And then there are those that are like, hell no, fuck the humans. I am what I am and I love it. Like, but it's always each
It was
character
typecasting.
and